Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Market Watch Wednesday. We're going to talk a little bit about AMC today. Going to be talking about DOGE. Got the charts already pulled up, starting to do some graphing and some lines. A little bit of a PSA as well, public service announcement to anybody holding AMC. I'll wait a little bit before we kind of give that. I'll give my spiel and where I think AMC is going once we get a little bit more people in the chats. I just want to say welcome to everybody. If you're new to the channel, appreciate you. Appreciate the support. We do this every Wednesday. It's a live AMA and kind of like a market overview of what we got going on. We go over my holdings. We go over my current investments. I try to answer as many questions that I possibly can. We take a look at the charts. We take a look at some analysis based upon what we have going on in the market, whether it be cryptocurrency or stock market, finance, real estate. We've got to go over a little bit of everything. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial expert. These are just all my opinions and based upon my knowledge and my growth that I'm sharing with you guys. So thank you everybody who has subscribed and hit that like button. We have just hit the 1,000, or just past the 1,000 subscriber mark. I'd like to do something big for hitting that kind of milestone. We now are able to monetize the channel, which is huge. I just have a little bit of a hurdle to get over since my Google AdSense account has been suspended due to the content that I've been putting out. Kind of been going back and forth with Google, trying to figure out why it was suspended. I run everything through an LLC, so I have to figure out why we're kind of getting suspended for different reasons. I don't know what the deal is. I typically use my AdSense account just for supporting or monetizing or advertising my merchandise store. So I have to figure out why there's some communication issue or some misleading guidelines that I'm maybe not following properly. So I have to kind of dig into that a little bit. But like I said, I run everything through an LLC. Masco is my LLC. It's publicly registered in the state of Virginia. And everything is done correctly, going through all the proper legal channels, and I have multiple DBAs or doing business as underneath my LLC, one of them being Side Hustle Enterprise, and on the YouTube channel and the merchandise. So I had to figure out what the issue is there, and hopefully we can get that back online and tracking correctly. So we'll have to see what goes on, but I do appreciate everyone who has subscribed and checked out the channel. Looks like we got some comments already in the chat. Thank you for the congratulations for the 1K. That's a big deal. Usually a lot of YouTubers drop off before they can even get to that line. So it's definitely been a fun journey. We've definitely seen Discord grow immensely in the past couple months since we started doing this full time. And this is the YouTube channel has been around for a while, for a couple years now, but this 2021 has been the first year that I've put everything else aside and been focusing on this 110%. So it's great to see the growth. It's great to see the support. So I do appreciate everyone who has come along for the journey. So it looks like we get some guys from Discord. Appreciate you. Hey, Chip. Hey, everybody else. Thanks for coming along. If you guys want to join in on any of the content, or if you would like to come live with me on YouTube, you're always more than welcome to, especially if you're in the Discord server. Join the voice chat over on the Discord server, and you can come talk with me live here on YouTube and share your opinion, share your hustle, and see what we got going on. Looks like we're seeing a little bit of movement here from Dogecoin. I'm looking at the 1-minute chart. Coming up to that resistance line here. Hopefully we can close above it and see some positive momentum moving forward. We're at a good floor point for Dogecoin. Looking at the charts, if I zoom out here to like a 1-hour chart, you can see there's a resistance line right down here, right around 40 cents, between 40 and 43 cents is a good resistance bar, in my opinion, based upon what everything else is dictating. Looking in the history of Doge. Let's draw a little rectangle here. See if I can get a rectangle going. There we go. This, in my opinion, is a strong resistance line for Dogecoin. So if we can get above this resistance, or keep above this resistance, we definitely show some positive momentum moving forward. This is where I see the floor being for Dogecoin. You know, like I said, I'm not a professional financial advisor. This is just something that I've picked up over the years, experimented with a lot, years and years and years with the trading. But I've never done it on a professional level for, say, a brokerage firm. I've always done it for myself and on my own. So, but this is the things I've picked up over the years. So this is, I'm looking for common resistance points, at least 3 or 4 points in the history of the chart to kind of dictate where that resistance may or may not be. And then we're also using Fibonacci lines or Fibonacci retracement as well to kind of project where it could be going and where possible resistance lines could be moving forward. Yeah, welcome everybody over from Discord to YouTube. Appreciate you guys checking out the channels, checking out the live stream. Help us get to that next level and keep us growing. Don't panic, guys. Don't panic over Dogecoin. It's nothing out of the ordinary for the crypto space to see this kind of dip and this kind of momentum and volume pushing down. I'm still holding it. Still, trying to take gains where I can, trying not to sell too much. I do need to pay bills and move forward, but I'm hoping Dogecoin will bounce back here soon. We did see a bounce here right along that resistance band, so hopefully we'll see some movement back up. It's my Market Moves Monday Cup. We'll wait for you. Don't worry. We'll be here for a while. If anybody's got any questions or anything they want me to take a look at, I know we've had a couple of discussions going on over on Discord about up and coming new cryptocurrencies, things that we may want to take a look at or dive into. Please don't hesitate to ask. Looks like we're seeing some positive movement around AMC. I know a lot of us are hoping and holding on to AMC, waiting for that movement to really spike and possibly get that squeeze going towards the end of this week. Beginning of next week is when I'm kind of projecting things are going to pop off. We're seeing record high interest rates on shorts. So, I mean, the hedge funds are bleeding every single day. They're losing like $2 million every single day they're holding on to AMC, if not more. And that's being conservative. So, it's only a matter of time before this thing starts to take off. Wally coin. So we brought this one up, I think, on Discord a little while back. I'm gonna actually pull up CoinGecko. Wally, whatever it is. Jerry Springer voice. That's hilarious. Yeah, we'll talk about Zerg in a second here. Let's take a look at Willie Coin, what we got going on. This one popped off on one of my feeds and came to my attention a couple days ago, and I brought it up on Discord. It looks like an interesting project. It is very new. It does, to me, seem to be a copycat of Safemoon, using their whole tokenomics type mentality. But they're focusing more on charitable events and supporting whales and the ecosystem around that. It seems like an interesting project. It seems like it's got a positive spin. More and more cryptocurrencies are trying to support charities and support more of that philanthropy type of investment, or what's the word I'm looking for? Undertaking, if you will. Another huge market cap here, but again, they're using the tokenomics, so a portion of the coins are burnt every time a transaction happens. So you're cutting this down quite a bit when you're burning the tokens every transaction. It looks like an interesting project. I'm going to follow it a little bit. We're still at a super low market cap here and super low valuation wise, but we're seeing some good growth. 52%, 48% growth in the past 24 hours or so, but the volume is still super low. So not a whole lot of people are talking about this coin. And when you see volume that low, if you are buying into it and it does spike, it's going to take you a long time to get out of it. We need to see volumes in the millions to be really see some movement behind a cryptocurrency, in my opinion. That's great when they're smart starting out and they're this small. And, but 500,000, 550,000 with a volume in 24 hours, opposed to, say, Safemoon, which is is way up there. Refresh the page here. I mean, Safemoon is 113 million volume in the last 24 hours, and it's gone down 50%. It's still 100 million plus. That's the difference. I mean, we're on more exchanges. Willie still hasn't been adapted to too many exchanges yet, so that could be affecting the amount of volume that it is being traded. It's only on PancakeSwap, so as the project develops and we see it on more and more exchanges, we could see a possible jump in volume and in price. It's cheap enough where you could put in 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks, get yourself a couple million coins, and just sit on it. And if it doubles, triples in price, knocks down some of those zeros, you can, 10x, 100x your money real quick. If the project doesn't tank and, the development team really does their work and gets you guys on more exchanges. Profits are down on pro hashing. I've been hearing that a lot. A lot of people are saying that they have profits going down on pro hashing. I don't know if it's something going on with pro hashing, if it's just more people joining their pool. So I'll have to do some digging into that. I myself have my L3s are in boxes behind me because I need to do some major cleaning. They just would not stay up and running last night on the Zerg pool. I don't know why I'm losing hash rate. I'm losing connectivity, so I think it's just that they're overheating. So I got them torn apart and tear down so I can go ahead and clean them and hopefully get them up and running properly. Let's take a look at Zerg. So like I said, mine aren't plugged in right now to the Zerg pool. I got mine torn down to be cleaned. So I can't actually see what we got going on because I'm not connected. If you got one of you guys want to share your wallet addresses, I'll go ahead and plug it in so we can take a look at what we got going on for hash rate on Zerg. So if you're new to the channel, Zerg is a great little cryptocurrency mining pool. It allows you to do what's called party mining, and where you and a group of friends or group of people, group of miners, whatever, can pool their hashing power together in a small party, if you will, and focus on either one crypto or multiple cryptos. whether it be script or SHA-256, and really just almost feel like you're solo mining in a farm that's just spread out across the world instead of having one central location. So think of it as farming, or just having your own farm, but with individual people hosting their own miners. So it's a little bit of a step down from pool mining in the sense of the size, but the rewards can be very beneficial and very high if you discover blocks within your small pool or your small party. I'm all about it. We've had fun on the Zerg pool for a while. We got a lot of guys over there on Discord joining the party pool. We switched over to mine gold coin last night for a couple hours to see how that panned out. I think we're right around 20 or so gigahash worth of power working on the script. Thanks, Keep. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with pro hashing. You're not. You guys aren't the first ones to talk about and bring it up. I mean, I do have a T9 plugged into pro hashing right now that I'm trying to diagnose. I think my T9 actually has a virus. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my T9. I got hardly any power coming out of it. There is a little bit of a delay between the live stream and what I'm actually doing. So just bear with me if I don't get to your questions right away. I'm trying my best to answer everything. Let's just do custom. Let's do script. Oh, yeah. So you're not doing too bad when it comes to script mining on the pro switching. Um, it seems reasonable for me considering you're running some older L3s. I'm curious to see if that actually pans out for you, some of you guys, if you do have L3s running. So a stock L3 is right around 608, I believe, or 504, depending on which batch you have. Oh, mega hash. There we go. So 14, 15 bucks a day isn't too bad. The current price of an L3, you're looking at like a 95 day or so ROI. It is what it is. So Litecoin Pool, I used them years and years ago when they first came out, and they really haven't updated their site a whole lot in the past couple of years or so. I don't even know if I can log in. Let's try. Yeah, so I still have my login. I probably still have some coins sitting over here. Yeah. it hasn't changed much. It's a simple pool. It's a simple, layout. They focus on one coin. You can solo mine it. You can pool mine it. Their calculator pays out, tells you what you can push out via Litecoin. Enter your wattage if you want to. So 30 days, 668 bucks. 24 hours is 23. So you're doing, if I'm plugging in right around the same amount, I'm doing about the same amount of hash rate between pro hashing and Litecoin pool. It's gonna vary, and I'm trying my best not to calculate in power consumptions. I'm just talking about straight fees, straight value here. So you get $29.50 versus $28.61, and that could all just be the pool fee built into it. Years and years ago, when Litecoin pool started coming out, there was a discussion about them potentially holding back the Doge that you mine when you mine Litecoin. Litecoin and Doge get mined together. They're on the same network. They're merge mined coins. So depending on how it works out, whether they're still doing this or not, I'm not 100% sure. It seems like their valuation has gone up quite a bit. So that's always good. I'll have to do some digging a little bit. I liked Litecoin Pool when I was running a farm in Southwest Florida. This is what we use. We had 10 plus L3s running on their network, so it did real well for us back when 2017, 2016. So maybe we'll switch back over to it. I'll take a look at it, do more in-depth review, and let you guys know. MJ says don't drop Zerg yet. We ran into issues when we originally tried static coin. Just hang in until we figure it out. I have 3 L3s on pro hashing. Clocked it. Keep, that's a pretty good clock rate. I'm curious, what are your temperatures if you can share those with us. 36 with 3 L3s, that's pretty good. Peaked out at 406% of L3 returns when Doge was peaking a couple days ago. Been steady. All right, so Mitch is saying that they do credit the Doge to you and LTC or Litecoin on the the Litecoin site. I'd like to see that. It would be nice if they were able to divulge some of those transactions for us, just so we can double check, or even if they could update us, since Dogecoin is so popular right now. Give us the option to switch to converting everything to Dogecoin. That would be a step in the right direction, in my opinion, when you're talking about Litecoin Pool. Having the option to either focus on Litecoin and get paid out in Litecoin, or focus on getting paid out in Dogecoin. That'd be cool if they offered that kind of option to us, I think. Cheers from Southwest Florida. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate you. Keep saying his chips are 67 to 69 degrees, overclocked at 656. Those are some pretty decent temperatures, man. That's you probably could stand to push it a little bit harder if you wanted to. I try to keep mine just under 78, 76 degrees. 78 is kind of like the hard line where I try not to pass when I overclock my L3s. But then again, mine are batch 1s and batch 2s, and they are beat to shit. So I really don't care if they burn out. They've made their money back. They've done their jobs. I've already made the ROI. So if I burn them out, I burn them out. I try not to, of course, but so I push mine a little harder than I probably should. There you go, Chip. Welcome back. See, you got that name change taken care of. Yeah, I'll have to do some digging on Waldy Coin. I did read a little bit about it. I do want to sit down and go over the white paper. All these coins that are implementing this tokenomics type of mentality into their coin, or this tokenomics platform, seem to be very popular, kind of stepping away from the whole masternode and focusing on the tokenomics, making it simpler to collect rewards just by holding. We did see something similar to this in staking, say like on Cardano. When Cardano first came out, they did have staking where if you held it in their wallet, it automatically staked for you. And it didn't really matter what amount of coins you had, it just started staking. So kind of we're seeing the similar type of takeaway from that with all these tokenomics-based cryptos. I hope they're here to stay. I think Safemoon has got some good, feet to stand on. I'm like I said, I just made a video where I was pointing my miners at Pro Hash and getting paid in BNB or Binance coin, and then using that to buy additional Safemoon. So I'm trying to get to that 1 trillion Safemoon token level. I'm halfway there. I went from being a crab to a fish according to their scale level. So we'll keep climbing. Lost my chat here. There we go. There's a little whale that just looks so wholesome. I'm gonna mortgage. I don't recommend mortgaging your house to buy any kind of crypto, man. Don't be doing that. That's some risky. Yeah, Roman. I mean, we've talked about it a bit. I'm heavy into Safemoon. I sold some Cardano a couple months back when Safemoon had just really come out, and I got into it pretty heavy. It's done well for me. I'm up, 2x, 3x my investment, so I'm happy, and I'm just going to hold on to it and see how it goes. I think we're going to see some huge gains once Safemoon launches their wallet and launches the exchange that they're talking about. So we have some pretty big catalysts around Safemoon that could potentially make some people very, very rich, depending on how early they get into the holding. For some reason, I have lost my chat bubble. There it is. Don't rob Steamy. Let's see. Let's pull up my. Yeah, I mean, I'd say Safemoon has done well for me. It's growing nicely. I like the fact that you can literally sit here and just refresh every 5 seconds and watch the balance go up. I did the math a while back, and I'm sure it's changed a little bit, but just going off of a rough conservative estimate, if you were to invest, right around my limit here, 500 million, and you were to sit on it for a year, the passive income on that could be potentially be around 12K a year just based on how fast it grows. So I think that's a pretty good little side hustle, if you will. You just be passively, holding on to it, and then potentially could rise even faster, even further, as we knock down zeros and get closer to that 1 cent mark. And that's kind of the goal for Safemoon right now, is to get to that 1 penny mark. Yeah, I'm holding on. I'm holding on for that 1 cent. It's a simple math, right? 505 million. Yeah, 5 million. I'm happy with that. I think that was a wise investment of my $1,800. I think is what I originally put into it, and to be at almost $5,000 right now, I'm happy. So you want to sell your ETC and buy Binance. Let's pull up ETC. See where we're at for price wise. I think that ETC is going to spike soon. I don't think. It's sitting at $100, so depending on how much you have, you may be already seeing profit. Just in the fact that it has climbed pretty significantly in the past 30 days or so. So I think we're right around resistance line at the $100 mark. I think we're going to see another spike back up to maybe 150 and beyond. So you might want to hold on a little bit, but also it could dip. So it's cryptocurrency is so unpredictable that it's so tough to really find these resistance lines. However, Ethereum Classic, Ethereum, they're doing really well right now. So you may want to hold on to it just for a little bit longer, or maybe dollar cost average out of it, meaning that you take profits the next couple of weeks and just slowly sell, divide up your holdings and slowly sell out of it. So that way, if it does go up, it does go down, you're at least getting an average value of it. Buying a yacht. Make the yacht 1 cent. Make the yacht. Lots of momentum, lots of movement. It's definitely alt season, in my opinion. You got to be careful. Oh, we got more comments here. If you're gonna stake BNB, I would just use Binance. I wouldn't use the Trust Wallet. The only reason I'm using Trust Wallet right now is so I could have got into Safemoon when I did. When I got into Safemoon, Trust Wallet was one of the only ways you could really get your hands on it. That's why I'm using Trust Wallet. But if you're gonna stake Binance coin, I'd use the platform. However, just be careful holding, and this goes for anybody on any cryptocurrency. Be careful holding any cryptocurrency on your exchanges. If you can set up a wallet with private keys that you actually have control over, that's far more beneficial to you and safer for you to do it that way as opposed to holding it on an exchange. So anytime you can stake on an exchange or on a platform, just be careful. And just remember that there's always some risk involved, because even Binance, being as big as it is, or Coinbase, they have security teams in place, but it's not unheard of to see them get hacked. Exchanges get hacked every single day, so just be careful holding any of your cryptocurrencies on any exchanges. S9. Well, how much is an S9 making? Whenever I look at buying cryptocurrency or buying crypto miners, I try to stick within a 90-day, 3-month ROA period. And a lot of other resellers will do the same thing. So let's go with the S9, the 14 terahash, right? Making you about $4 or $5 a day. So let's say electrical cost, let's say 450 times 30.5. So you're making about $137 roughly a month. So I try to pick up, if I was going to buy one of the top tier, so the 14 terahash S9s, I try to stick under a $500 value. Anything over $500, it just isn't worth it in my opinion. Again, try to stick with that 3-month ROI whenever you're buying used cryptocurrency miners. If it's a new unit and you can get, you're the first one to get your hands on it, then the ROI can be stretched out a little bit. But used equipment that's been probably pushed to its limits before, probably hasn't been cleaned, because a lot of guys don't clean their used equipment before they resell it. I try to stick within that 90-day, 3-month period. So an S9 making you about $412 in 3 months, I'd stick between $400, $450, $500 at the max if I'm trying to pick up an S9. Trying to understand your question here, Chip. Did you pay? Little confused with your question there, Chip. Can you elaborate or message me over on Discord? Maybe I can understand a little bit better. Yeah, it all depends on what you're looking for. It all depends on your electrical cost. It's a lot of factors go into play when you're buying cryptocurrency miners. If you're in an area where you can get solar power or hydropower, or you have no electrical cost at all, that can kind of affect your value, or up your limit on how much you're willing to spend on the miner. Right now, where I live, electricity is fairly cheap because we have a small hydro plant here in where I live. So I can afford to spend a little bit more buying cryptocurrency miners because I'm not paying as high of electrical cost. So you got to kind of take that into consideration. You also have to think about how much abuse is that miner seen? Is it going to last you another year? Is it only going to last you 3 months? So be careful. There's a lot of things to consider and to think about. If you're looking just to get started into cryptocurrency mining, GPUs are a great place to start. I've had a lot of good luck just going to like local PC repair shops and asking if they have any older GPUs that they wouldn't mind selling, and half the time they just give them to you because they can't resell them anyways. Yeah, the 580s are great. So when you guys are looking to buy cryptocurrency miners or you're looking to get into it, there are some awesome sites out there that give you baseline numbers. What to Mine is a good site. All right, so here, these are the top GPUs to search for when you're looking for getting into GPU mining. Just for an example here, let's just say we have one of the brand new 3090s. So a 3090, just one of them is going to make you close to $30 a month, or $30 a day, sorry, mining Ethereum. But that's with the elevated cost of Ethereum as well. So if you transition over to NiceHash pays you out in Bitcoin, but it will mine whatever. Basically, you just plug it into their site, and they're going to automatically either rent out or sell your hashing power for you, or they are going to profit switch and pay you out in Bitcoin at the end of the day. NiceHash is a real simple way to get into mining. Not the best way to utilize the full potential of your miners, but it's a decent start. So I'd check out What to Mine if you're trying to get into GPU mining. They do have an ASIC tab here, but it is very limited. So when I'm looking for ASICs, I typically go to asicminervalue.com. They have a list of vendors. They have a list of miners, and it gets updated on the regular. So it's not something that just sits here idle. They're pretty active on their site, which is nice to see. So we have the Innosilica A11 Pro Ethereum miner at the very top. Release date is until July. And at the current price, if you were to turn this thing on today, right this moment, you could potentially be making $602 a day. So you got to remember, when these miners hit the ground and they get plugged in, the value in which they mine is only that high for a couple days, maybe a week. The more miners that are plugged into the network, the more difficult it gets to mine, so the value goes down dramatically. So right now, with the current difficulty level of Ethereum, this miner would be making $602. But as more and more of these miners get plugged in, the difficulty on the algorithm goes up, so your profit drops dramatically. And that's what we saw with, when Bitmain started reducing the L3s, the L3 pluses, and we had to update the firmware and really push those to the limit. But as miners get older or more miners get added to the network, the difficulty gets harder. So the mining profitability goes down. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at some of these newer miners. That's why I typically try to stick with older cryptocurrency miners. Yeah, Chip. Sorry, man. I didn't quite understand. Yeah, absolutely steamy. You know, when you get that kind of hashing power on, you can definitely tank a whole crypto. I think what you're asking, Chip, have I ever used the Trust Wallet to purchase anything? No, I haven't. Right now, I'm just using Trust Wallet to hold my Safemoon. Um, I have mined to it a little bit, via BNB token from Pro Hashing, but that's about it. I haven't used it to purchase anything. I haven't gone anywhere and used it. Um, Whenever I need to purchase something and I want to use my crypto, I use crypto.com. Great site, simple to use. I have been looking into the BlockFi and the Blockfolio cards as well. And then we also have SafeMoon coming out potentially with their own card as well. That is going to be similar to the Binance card. So as you don't have to convert it prior, you just swipe it and it automatically converts whatever crypto you have available to purchase. So there are a lot of options out there, but no, I have not tried Trust Wallet yet. So Roman brings up a good one. So we were talking a little bit about it last night, talking about the chia, or chai, or chi, whatever it is, cryptocurrency that's out available. That's got some good momentum behind it. So if you guys aren't familiar with chia, I mean they've gone down a little bit. Last night they were over $1,000 a coin. It's a new take on cryptocurrency mining. They're saying that they're green opposed to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is proof of work, where you have ASIC miners doing multiple complex algorithms and solving equations and verifying the blockchain. Lots of electrical costs, lots of e-waste, and so on. Chia or Chai, whatever it is focusing on proof of storage and time. So you have plots and you have storage, so multiple, like a server rack or hard drives or so on, which is great. I mean, if you can set up a huge server rack or a server room with tons of storage in it, that's awesome. But the time it takes to generate, to make a plot and to set up storage is a pretty lengthy process. There are services out there, so you have a couple ways to make money from this cryptocurrency. One is farming, creating a farm and validating the network via storage and plotting. So there are companies out there that will sell you plots, and you connect the plot to your farm and it helps validate the network that way. So there's a little bit more knowledge basis that has to go in, or a little bit more of a learning curve to go into creating a chia farm. That I'm very, very new to this. I've been studying it past couple hours into late last night, so I'm still learning. Bear with me. It seems like it could be very profitable for someone that has, say, a couple Dell servers, or can set up some old server racks for space, and then you buy or purchase your plots someplace else and just utilizing your space, or vice versa. You set up the plots and you sell the plots to someone who has the storage, or you do everything in house and you solo mine in essence by creating your own plots and your own farms. But I'm all for it. I'm looking for space. I'm actually going to go look at a property this afternoon in hopes that I can set up. What I'd like to do is set up solar power on the property. It's already got a well set up for me. It's already got a spare. It's already got another building. So it's just all about the right price, the right location, and time. And that's my overall goal, is to be able to set up, whether it be hosting cryptocurrency miners for people, or setting up one of these farms for chia, or chai, however you say it. So I got a lot of things, a lot of pokers in the fire here that I'm trying to work on and get kind of dialed in. but still need to do a lot of research. I'm not a data specialist. Again, if you guys know any of my backstory, I'm a welder, I'm a fabricator, I'm a former teacher. I'm not a computer specialist. I'm all self-taught when it comes to computers and networking and coding. So it's been very interesting and a learning curve with this one. What this reminds me of, what this cryptocurrency reminds me of, is the IBM project that they did years and years ago when they were trying to map the human genome, and they were paying people for their processing power on their PCs to connect to a network to map the human genome. So that's kind of a little bit what this reminds me of. I have to do some more digging into it, and I've been doing as much as I can, but I only have so much time during the day to figure this stuff out. But I'll let you guys know when we figure something out. If anybody has attempted to set up one of these farms yet, please let me know. I'd like to kind of go back and forth and talk a little bit about it and see what your take on it is. Yeah, so again, Chip, I haven't used Trust Wallet to pay anything out or transfer. I've only transferred in and used PancakeSwap to buy the Safemoon tokens. Um, I know that Trust Wallet has a link to Simplex, so you can buy cryptocurrency right on the Trust Wallet app, which makes it easy. So if you don't want to transfer in BNBs from someplace else, you can use the Trust Wallet and a credit card or a debit card to purchase BNB right through the Trust Wallet and the Simplex exchange. Some people do have issues with it depending on who your bank is and who your card holder is. So just keep that in mind. So it looks like Keep tried to follow the Voss coin. Yeah, Vosk's channel. The guy knows so much about cryptocurrency mining. I follow his channel. He's so knowledgeable. So if he's got something, I'll definitely have to go check that out when it comes to that, setting up a rig. Nice Litecoin going up slowly. I'll have to check that one out. Yeah, Chip. I don't know if it'd be nice if Binance accepts SafeMoon, because we are using the BNB smart chain to validate transactions. However, I think we're at the point now, or at least the development team is at the point now, where they're trying their hardest to push out their own exchange as fast as possible, instead of fooling around with Binance and waiting for them to get on, because Binance is listing all these, in my opinion, crappy other altcoins, and they're overlooking some of the better ones, like SafeMoon. So I think SafeMoon has kind of said, you know what, screw you guys, we're going to focus on our own exchange, and they're going to implement tokenomics on their own exchange for other cryptocurrencies, which I think is huge. So instead of holding Dogecoin and collecting interest, or Bitcoin and collecting interest on Binance or some of these other exchanges like BlockFi, SafeMoon is implementing or rolling out their tokenomics for other cryptocurrencies. So if you're holding Dogecoin and you're exchanging or transferring Dogecoin on the SafeMoon exchange, from what I understand, there will still be that 10% or 5% transaction fee, but that transaction fee goes to the people that are holding it on the wallet. So you'll actually see your Dogecoin climb or your Bitcoin climb like you do SafeMoon. So I think that's pretty cool if they can actually get that rolled out and implemented across multiple cryptocurrencies. I'll have to check out Son of Tech. I've seen a couple of their videos. They do some good work as well. Coinbase needs to update so they can accept Dogecoin. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is, Roman. I really don't. It should have been done a while ago. I know they keep saying they're waiting for the Rosetta API implementation. but they're rolling out other cryptocurrencies, and they're overlooking Dogecoin. I don't understand the thought process behind it. Don't use Bank of America with Trust Wallet. Agreed. Giving me an error code. So I use Wells Fargo. One of my accounts. I also have a credit union that also went through. It depends on the day and the time that I try to put the transfer in. I found out. So if I wait first thing in the morning, I can usually get it to go through. But if I'm trying to do it later in the afternoon, for some reason it doesn't get pushed through in terms of my Wells Fargo account. And I'm always calling and saying, yeah, it's me, verify it, and so on. So I guess it just depends on time of day and who you get and who's processing the transaction. Yeah, so MJ makes a good point. SafeMoon is a Binance competitor. Dumb for them to list SafeMoon, and that could exactly be what's going on, is that they see them as a threat. Uh, because I mean, so let's look at it this way. Let's take a step back. SafeMoon is not even 3 months old yet, and in that 3 month period, they have millions of followers, millions of wallets, and they have raised over $1 million to build their own exchange in less than a 3 month period. That's a huge following. That's amazing. I think they have some serious uh, future in store for them. I mean, you got all these little exchanges. I mean, don't look at the pancake swap ones, but they had a couple here. The top six here, huge volumes. Yeah, I don't see SafeMoon going anywhere for a long time. I think they're going to do real well moving forward, and we're just going to keep knocking zeros down. How you doing with Robinhood? Um, I'm struggling, to be honest with you. I can pull up my Robinhood account for you right now. So this is my Robinhood holding. Uh, Obviously Dogecoin's going down, AMC's going up. It is what it is. I'm afraid to pull out or transfer my my holdings from Robinhood, just because I don't know when the AMC squeeze is going to happen. I don't want to be caught in the middle of a transfer, but I also don't want to get raked over to the coals by Robinhood when they don't let me close out my orders at the top when AMC spikes. So I got my fingers crossed that nothing happens. I'm holding on to it. We'll see what happens. Let me move my head out of the way here. There we go. So we'll see. I don't. I'm not happy with Robinhood. It's been a fight for quite some time. It's tricky, man. It really is. They got me stuck between a rock and a hard place. To be honest with you, I can't get myself out of it. I'd love to be able to transfer, but I can't transfer my Doge out. So if I were to transfer my Robinhood account, I'd have to close out my entire Doge position. So it's tough, man. It's a tough call to make. Thanks, Steamy. I'll check out the link in a second here. Greetings from Amsterdam. Love it. Appreciate you showing up. We need a new coin. Oh, what coin do you have in mind? Share. Roman coin. How about the Fox coin? Don't pull AMC. Cooking something after squeeze. Yeah. We can build our own coin. I'd love to build my own cryptocurrency coin. I'd love to do something just solely for the Discord, keep it super low volume, and do some kind of special promotion or something. I have a couple friends that I've met over the years that do coding for cryptocurrencies. It's always been a thought in the back of my mind to do something, to roll something out. We'll have to see moving forward how it pans out. I'd like to have or be a little bit more liquid in my holdings before I move on. Like everything that I have right now is tied up either in AMC, Dogecoin, or other exchanges. So I'm not very liquid right now, which isn't super safe. It's very high risk, and it's not a place where I like to be. I mean, my exchanges and my trading accounts look great, but my bank account does not. So it's a catch-22. I'm doing real well in the trading, yeah, but I got no money to spend to put food on the table right now. So I got to start closing out positions to be a little more liquid. So I'll sell you one of my ASICs. Oh, I wish I could show on. Let me. Here you go, Roman. Here's my my L3 in a box on the ground. Depending on your implementation and your use case of the coin, it's not super complicated. It's just picking a coin to fork off of and what algorithm you want to stick with. Whether you want to do something like Safemoon and be a tokenomics based coin where mining isn't involved, or do you jump off of fork off a Dogecoin or Litecoin and be a mineable coin? It all depends on what direction you want to move in to really focus on moving forward in the development of a coin project. Hustle coin, that's nice. She coin. Yes, it's cleaning day, Roman. You were correct. I'd like to do something, but I hate asking. I appreciate everyone who supports the channel, hits that subscribe button. Join Patreon if you want to support me that way. Uh, and I do have a small little donation tab on Discord, but I don't expect you guys to donate. I don't expect you guys to, shill out your own money. This whole point of this channel is to grow our wealth together and to advance and really strive for that fire financial level. Retire early, financial independence. Um, so I'd like to do something. But we'll have to get the conversation going between maybe a couple of us over on Discord and see if we can get something launched. If that's something you guys want to check out and try, I'm game for it. I don't mind organizing and helping out and pushing it to the next level, get a good community together, um, and see if we can get something going. But it's not in my nature to ask for money. Um, I'd rather give stuff away and do promotions that way for you guys, like the lottery that we did. I put in 3,000 Doge of my own money, and you guys contribute everything else. And I didn't take any cut of that. It was all for you guys. I like doing stuff like that. So it'll definitely be interesting as it goes on. Yeah, I'll check out Rally. I've heard of them in the past. Uh, so we'll have to take a look at them. I know there are a couple other sources out there to create quick cryptocurrencies. Again, it's just figuring out which platform and which coin you want to fork off of, whether you want to be a mineable coin or tokenomics or a staking coin. So I'll definitely do some digging. We can definitely talk about it more. Absolutely. Miners coin. Yeah, I mean, miners coin would be cool. Use create a what I would like to do at the end of the day. What I think would be a cool concept was to create a mining pool that you can pretty much plug any miner into, and you pay the fee or the mining pool fees via their coin. So whenever you connect power to it, it's like a 0.2% whatever mining pool fee, and it gets paid out in the coin. So then you're giving that cryptocurrency an incentive for people to use, buy, and sell, and it helps fund the pool and keep the pool going. So different ways, different strategies. I mean, we can definitely talk about it more. You can't buy helium. Whales involved, so no whales involved. Yeah, I like to keep it, as decentralized as possible. I mean, that's the whole point of cryptocurrency, right? Is be decentralized. Got my support. I appreciate it. I know nothing about New York coin. I remember it coming out, but I know nothing about it. I know that we pick up quite a bit of it in our party pool, but I don't know too much about it, to be honest with you. So I'm curious, kind of transition a little bit away from cryptocurrency. How many of you guys are actually holding AMC? Are you guys in the stock market at all? Hold. So I'm going to probably do another video solely on AMC, just because there's so much news around it, and I think it needs to be said. Everyone is talking about the high interest rates and the loan rates behind AMC and why it's going to squeeze, but no one is really talking about the power we have as retail investors. I think it needs to be said. It needs to be talked about more. So over 87% of all free floating shares of AMC is held by retail investors like you and myself. It's the squeeze is all going to be determined, or the value of the squeeze, how high the stock can go, is all going to be determined by how we hold as a group. It's always, I mean, we're talking about floors of 10,000, 100,000 per share. There's going to be paper-handed individuals, or people just trying to take gains as it climbs up. But the overall value of AMC is going to be controlled by the retail investors, the people that hold the largest amount of shares. There's 3.2 million individual holders of AMC right now. So it's going to depend on everybody, all 3.2 million of us, coming together as a group and holding until we want to sell or we feel comfortable selling. Me personally, I'm going to start taking profits around $1,000, around $1,200. That's when I'm going to start taking profit. There's people that want to see it go to $10,000 a share. It's possible. I strongly feel it's unlikely. I'd like to see 1,000. It all depends on us, though, as a group, as individuals holding AMC, to really push that squeeze to that limit. It's all about supply and demand. We have the supply and they demand it, so we get to demand the price that we set the supply at. I want a Lambo too. Yeah, I think everybody wants Lambo. I want a house. Diversifying other stocks, though. You bought AMC, what price? So I've been buying AMC. So you can see here on my Webull account. Here, let me pull that up for you. There we go, Webull. Come on. There we go. So I bought Webull, or I bought AMC on Webull a couple times, and my average volume price, let me get rid of this chart so you guys can see it. My average, so my dollar cost average, because I bought in at multiple levels as the price fell. So my average buy-in cost is $10.39 roughly on Webull. If we look at Robinhood, it's slightly different. If I can find Robinhood, there we go. So my average buy-in on Robinhood is $10.32, and that's what I'm. It's I really like dollar cost averaging into my positions and dollar cost averaging out of my positions. That way, I don't really get hit with that emotional FOMO, fear of missing out. In that sense, I got bills to pay. You guys got bills to pay. You take gains where you see gains, in my opinion, and that's when it's locked up like this. The money's not yours. It's not realized profit. It's not a realized loss. You don't lose until you sell, and you don't gain until you sell. So everything that I have that I'm holding, it's nothing. It's zero until I recognize the sell position, until it is closed. All those gains, all those losses aren't recognized. It's just a big fat zero. So I'm right around $10.35 from all of my holdings altogether. We're holding just under, or just over 2,100 shares of AMC on Robinhood, 83 shares on Webull, 14 shares on Thinkorswim, and I think 8 shares on Cash App. So I have it spread out a little bit because Robinhood screwed me over. It wouldn't let me purchase AMC for a number of months. So I had to purchase it in other areas. It's all a gamble. It's all high risk, in my opinion. We don't know when the squeeze is going to happen. We're seeing some rise in volume the past couple days, which is great. We're seeing interest rates on shorts go up, which is awesome. And the hedge funds are bleeding. They're losing money every single day, and we're seeing tons of FUD. So it's all a roll of the dice at this point. I'm hoping that it all pans out for me, and I hope it pans out for everybody else. We have to stick together if we want to see those huge gains. Like I said, I'm really shooting for that $1,000 a share mark. I think it can hit that fairly quickly, and whether I can exit it, my position at $1,000 on Robinhood is going to be the big question. My position is already posted on Webull, so I have a sell order in on Webull for $1,200 or so per share. I can't put that limit order in on Robinhood. It doesn't recognize it, so it all depends on the brokerage that you're using as well. We'll have to see if it pans out. Fingers crossed that it does. Finger crossed that it works out, and we don't get screwed over by Robinhood again and again and again. When can I buy a Tesla with Doge? Chip, that would be fun. Sit in your Lambo and fly your drones, absolutely. AMC is COVID related. I think AMC's share was definitely affected by COVID because you can't really go to the theaters. A lot of theaters were shut down, so the price went down. But as soon as they started opening theaters back up, people were flocking to the theaters. I know in my area where I live, theaters are open, limited capacity, but they're open, which is huge. AMC saw a huge spike with the opening of Godzilla vs. Kong. And then we got Van Diesel in his promotion of the new Fast and Furious movie coming out, saying you need to see it in theaters, not specifically calling out AMC, just promoting theaters in general. So that was cool. The squeeze is coming. We don't know when it's going to happen. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen next week. It could happen a month from now. I just hope it happens sooner than later. Yeah, it's seriously a hardcore battle between short sellers at the hedge funds and us. Absolutely. Yeah, Keep is saying AMC to 100K. It's Keep. It's going to be down to the 3.2 million holders to really rally together and stick it to the hedge funds. I mean, there's trillions of dollars already in place to bail out the hedge funds. There's articles and SEC regulations being passed every single day to protect the hedge funds. There's trillions of dollars already allocated to bail them out because they are already failing. They're losing millions of dollars a day holding those short positions. I don't know if it's a game plan within the hedge funds themselves to bankrupt the company just so they can get the bailout from the government. And then it's going to take the government to pay us months. So they could be doing this just as, a big FU to the retail investors, purposely bankrupting their hedge funds so they can take a bailout from the government. And by taking the bailout from the government, that means that we have to wait even longer for our positions to be closed or to be credited the amount that we decide to sell it at. It's a battle, man. It's tons and tons of FUD going on, tons of articles being posted. We saw a nice little, spam FUD article from Motley Fool the other day. It was on Reddit talking about how AMC is, worthless. I don't know. I just don't know how people can get away with it. I don't know how, why they've been allowed to get away with this for so long. Yeah, I read the article about dark pools. Dark pools aren't new. They've been around for quite some time. As long as hedge funds have been around, we've had dark pools. I really hope the SEC is stepping up their game like they've promised us they're going to step up their game. The new director of the SEC is definitely for retail investors, opposed to having or being in the pocket like the last director. So I think we have a lot going for us moving forward with regards to this squeeze. However, I do have a sneaky suspicion that this will be the last big short squeeze we see. I think there are things being put into place behind the scenes that we have not been made aware of yet, that are going to limit the rate in which we see short squeezes moving forward. This may, in fact, be the last short squeeze of this size we ever see. On the other side of the flip side of the coin, though, this is probably going to be the biggest short squeeze we have ever seen in the history of short squeezes. It's just going to be the last one. So we'll have to see. Again, I hope it happens sooner than later. It's just, time is going to be the overall determination, or determined the overall facts and rate price of this the squeeze. Ronald, FUD doesn't work when you don't care if you lose money. Yeah, man, YOLO, right? Just toss it in there. Everything that I've put into AMC is money that I've made from my day trading. My Robinhood account started with $25,000 to $28,000, and I've grown it from there. So everything that I have invested in AMC is all gains that I've made over the past couple months. So if I lose it tomorrow, it's all house money. It doesn't mean a whole lot. Will I be sad? Of course it's going to affect me, but it's all house money, so I'm not as affected if it was, coming out of my paycheck. Yeah. Yeah, keeps on the same page. The biggest but the last, unfortunately. I mean, let's see if I can pull up the volume here. Seeing some good volume in terms of, inflow versus outflow of AMC right now. That's why we're seeing the price movement, is because people are trying to buy it up and they know the short squeeze is coming. And then they got the rumor that AMC on Robinhood is all synthetic shares. So I really hope I don't get limited or restricted when I go to close my positions on Robinhood. That's the big rumor behind Robinhood and AMC, is that all the shares on Robinhood in regards to AMC are all synthetic. They don't exist. They're all IOUs, if you will. I really hope that's not the case. did I buy Wally? I haven't bought Wally yet. Willie yet. Wally Willie. I might check it out. I might dump maybe $50 or so, $100 into it, just to kind of ride it out, see if it goes up. I'll definitely try to check it out. I do have Shiba. I bought Shiba on my crypto.com wallet, um, which is nice that you can do that. It's supposed to be replacing Dogecoin. I don't think it ever will. 50% of Shiba is owned by the guy who started Ethereum. Um, so we'll have to see where it goes from there. It's a little, I don't know. It's neither here nor there. But I do have a little bit of it. I picked up a couple bucks worth of it. I mean, yeah, exactly. What's $100? $100 is a couple million tokens or of Shiba or Willie, and if it goes up and it knocks down a couple zeros, you double, triple your money real quick. So you can turn $100 into 1,000 overnight. Um, that's kind of the season that we're in right now in terms of cryptocurrency. We're in the altcoin season. Everybody's trying to jump on the bandwagon, and we see this. It happens in waves. We'll see Bitcoin rise. We'll see all these other older grandfathered in type cryptocurrencies rise, and then it brings in new blood and new interest, and then we see more and more people creating new cryptocurrencies. The only problem is having people stick with their convictions and stick behind their cryptocurrencies to push it to that next level. That's why I like Safemoon so much, is because the development team has been so transparent, is doing AMAs every weekend, has knocked down promises on their roadmap. I think that's a big thing behind cryptocurrencies, is seeing the development team be so active and proactive in regards to building up their cryptocurrency moving forward. Roman, I prefer Cardano over Digibit. I think Digibit is an interesting case. It's you can mine it via SHA-256, or you can mine it script. So you can mine it with alongside Bitcoin, or you can mine it alongside Litecoin. It's interesting, but I'd probably stick with Cardano. XLM is nice. I mean, I've mined it in the past, bought it in the past. AMC is the only thing up in the market right now. That's crazy, and it's only going to go up. But we're going to see some serious movement, I think, today, and after hours market. After that closing bell, I think we're going to start seeing some big movement with AMC today. Whether the squeeze starts or not, I'm not 100% sure, but I think we're definitely going to start seeing some move, just because the interest rate is over 200%. I've held Exxon in the past. Exxon's a good one. Yeah, we're supposed to get keeps talking about the Phoenix project in regards to Safemoon. We're definitely going to be seeing that. We're supposed to be seeing a little glimpse of that this weekend or this Sunday with their AMA. Maybe we'll do a kind of a recap of the AMA with Safemoon, because it has been so popular in Discord. So maybe we'll talk about doing that. I'm looking forward to it. I think Safemoon is making some big strides. Maybe we'll get a glimpse. Maybe Phoenix. We'll get a glimpse of Phoenix, and we'll get a glimpse of the exchange. That'd be nice. Raven's good. Raven's been really uh, profitable for a lot of miners, switching away from Ethereum and mining Raven coin. It's been pretty profitable for a lot of miners that are trying to utilize some of those older GPUs and to focus on those. I think it even pops up when you talk about GPU. Let me see. It was within the top five not too long ago. Looks like it's dropped down on the list quite a bit, but it was doing very well for a long time. But I think with the hype around Ethereum and the price and hitting the all-time highs with Ethereum, so many people have switched back to mining that and away from Ravencoin again. It's all a roll of the dice, man. Cryptocurrency is still so new that do you roll the dice? And I feel that's what I did with Dogecoin. I've been mining Dogecoin since 2016, 2015, and holding it, mining it, sold a little bit of it, took some gains. It's all about what project you believe in, and if it has a future moving forward, and you try to get in on the ground floor to really see those gains. Anybody that gets into the crypto space now has a lot of space to make up in terms of profitability. If you get in on a cryptocurrency on the ground floor, that's when you see the big gains. It's just finding the right cryptocurrency that you feel is worth the risk. I, at the time, felt Dogecoin was worth my risk back in 2015. That's why I transitioned from mining Litecoin to focusing on mining Dogecoin, and it paid out for me. Was able to pay off a lot of my debt and moving forward, and then as time progressed, I bought back into Dogecoin and started mining it again. So it's all about getting in on the ground floor, in my opinion, when it comes to making profit for cryptocurrency. But the overall goal of cryptocurrency, if you will, is to get away from attaching it to fiat. One Doge is one Doge. That's their motto, right? So you want to be able to go into any store and use cryptocurrency to purchase whatever you want, and not attaching it to the US dollar, attaching it to fiat. You want it to be its own financial institute and be able to utilize it in that manner. Bitcoin is a great store of value. Gold is a great store of value. We're talking about a currency, though, being able to utilize it on a day-to-day basis, whether it be the Binance, card, or the Safemoon card. And that's what I kind of think the Phoenix is, the Phoenix project for Safemoon. I think they're going to be rolling out their own cryptocurrency card. So it'll be interesting to see. And I think more and more people, more and more cryptocurrencies are going in that direction, which is nice. Yeah, I agree with you, Claus. When the Safemoon wallet comes out, there's no stopping Safemoon. So I think we're going to get three huge catalysts when we're talking about Safemoon. We're going to see the Safemoon wallet, and we're going to see tokenomics on the Safemoon wallet. We're going to see the Safemoon exchange, and then we're going to see the Safemoon card, similar to the Binance card. I think those are going to be three huge catalysts around Safemoon to really take it to the next level. It's going to make a lot of people very rich. How many Doge do I have? Not as much as I would like. Not as much as I would like. I have about 500,000 Doge sitting in a hardware wallet in a safety deposit box. I have about 75,000 sitting on crypto.com and about 120,000 sitting on Robinhood, which I'm probably going to sell, here any day now, just so I can get out of Robinhood. But more or less, that's where I'm at when it comes to my Dogecoin holdings. I try to only play with what I have on Robinhood and my crypto.com wallet. It was a little bit higher this morning, but I had to pay some bills, so I cashed out right around 5,000, 6,000 Doge to pay some bills. I have not bought anything from the Safemoon merch store yet. I definitely will check it out. I think it's definitely something that I will consider doing just to support the coin. Yeah, they got some decent merch. I mean, you can always buy Safemoon or check out my merch store and buy some side hustle stuff too, You don't have to just focus on Safemoon. It's not about being rich. I mean, if you saw my bank account, you wouldn't say that. A lot of this is long term holdings. This is stuff that, kids' college funds, paying off medical debt, paying off bills, and so on. I've worked so many years, multiple jobs, that this is more or less my retirement, is what I'm trying to get into. Whether it be helping friends out in their companies or building my own companies or, working multiple jobs when I was teaching and then working a third shift job while helping a friend start his company. I'm a workaholic. There's no getting around it. I'm definitely a workaholic. Uh, and I'm just been over the years living as frugally as I possibly can to stack up as much gains. So when something does happen to me, if something ever does happen to me, my family's taken care of. So like those 500 Doge that I have kind of put aside, that's for my kids. That's not for me. I don't count that in my assets. I don't count that in my holdings. That's locked up on in a safety deposit box that I don't even think about. My goal, for just Claus, to bring up to speed. My goal is to purchase property, pull the property off grid, meaning solar power, hydropower, a well, all that stuff, and set up a mining farm on the property, so I can help out people in my Discord server, either hosting mining equipment for free or, help fund different projects that people are interested in. I want to give back as much as I possibly can. I have been very fortunate, and, it's taken a long time to get to this point, but I want to give back. I want to help other people grow as I grow. That's my biggest goal in life, is to share my knowledge and share my experiences and help people grow just like I had help growing. That's my overall goal, is to get to that level. Absolutely. Start my own farm, help people out. Yeah, Roman's right there. Doge is helping him out, pay his bills. It's helped a lot of people, and knowledge is a big thing when it comes to it. It's not, you know any type of investing, in my opinion, is gambling. It's just calculating the amount of risk you're willing to take when it comes to investing in gambling. I can go down to the casino and put half of my assets on black on the roulette table and maybe make it out okay or not. It's a 50-50 chance. So it all depends on how much risk you're willing to take, and moving forward. Me personally, I have to try to mediate or mitigate as much risk as I possibly can. I have kids. I have to put food on the table, have bills to pay, have a rent to pay. I got lucky. I bought my previous house at a good time in the market, bought a foreclosure, fixed it up, and I sold it for a large profit. And that's helped me quit my day jobs, move out of state. So we're in a nice new area. I'm semi-retired from what I did in the past, and I can kind of look towards the future, which has been nice. Trade-offs. Let me see. Let me read up a little bit here. So catch up with you guys. Speaking of side hustles, I got my mask in the mail. It looks awesome. Hope it fits. They say one size fits most, not one size fits all. So I'm glad it looks cool for you. If you can, man, share it, pitch it out on Discord so everybody can see it. I got a couple samples myself. They don't fit my round ass face, but my wife and kids, they have no problem with them. US have different systems. Yeah, it's interesting. One of the things that I've learned, over the years when it comes to investing and it comes to my asset class and moving forward, there are a lot of loopholes in the U.S. to protect the rich. So you're middle class, poor, and upper class. Rich get rich, poor stay poor, and middle class pays for everything is the way I look at it. I'm trying to get out of that mindset. For example, so if my wife and I were just talking about this last night. If I was to liquidate all of my assets right now, I would have roughly 30 days to purchase another asset or another investment. If I didn't do it within that 30-day time frame, I would have to pay upwards of 40% taxes on all of my capital gains. 40%. I would lose 40% right off the bat to the IRS for capital gains. To avoid that 40% tax, I have to reinvest in something else, whether it be a business, whether it be a home, a piece of property. So that's more or less what I'm trying to do. I'm working on it, Roman. It's all about finding the space and then the power. Um, when I ran my farm in Southwest Florida, the two big factors that I saw were power and heat distribution. Heat distribution is fairly simple to get around. Power is not. You need to have clean power. You need to have cheap power or free power to really make farming a lucrative business. If you don't have those things, it's not really worth it. It's fun to run a couple miners in in a side room that I have set up, but to run a large scale farm, and I'm talking 50 plus miners, 100 plus miners, power, cheap power, it is going to be the overall key to success when it comes to a mining farm. Whether I do solar, whether I do hydro, it needs to be some kind of reusable energy, in my opinion, to make it worthwhile. So the properties that I'm looking at right now have clear sight of the sun, or have some kind of water source on the property so I can set up hydropower. So that's more or less what I'm looking for right now. It's all about, the little things that make the big difference, in my opinion. And that goes with a lot of things in life. Focusing on getting those little things taken care of make the biggest difference at the end of the day. I was in Southwest Florida, man. I don't want to go back. I'm happy where I'm at. I do have a lot of friends still down there in Southwest Florida. Maybe we can figure out something and hook you up with him. I know he's into crypto as well, and maybe we can kind of figure out something going on. Surf all day. Miami mining. It's tough. I mean, Miami's and Southwest Florida's got a lot going for it in terms of solar power, but it's very, very hot and lots of humidity. So when you have heat plus humidity, you have corrosion on your mining equipment. So unless you have some sort of dehumidifier or some sort of way to filter out your air, you're going to run into some issues. Your longevity and the life of your miners is going to go downhill. And keeping a warehouse AC to keep the humidity down on massive miners, even if you are using solar power, in my experience, it gets pretty costly. Serving all day. Yeah, I mean, 300 GPUs. Whether you build a farm off of ASIC or you mine it or you do it off of GPUs, it's all going to come down to power at the end of the day, making sure your air quality is clean. I'm not in a bad location. I'm in Virginia now. I'm up in the Blue Ridge Mountain area, and you get on hilltop, you get on good east facing slope, and you get sun all day long, and you're high up in the mountains, so it's good strong sun. So I'm all about it. That's what I'm looking for. Hot and humid. Yep. Hey man, no joke. Some of the best inventors that I know were Cuban. I worked in a metal fabrication shop for years and years, and the machinists that I followed, that I kind of, you know, mentored under, was from Cuba. Was working on his green card in the United States, and some of the things that he shared with me that he did over there just kind of blew my mind. Taking diesel generator motors, machining conversion plates to meet them up with a 55 Chevy transmission to get it going down the road. Phenomenal stuff, man. Love it, love it. So I mentioned my merch store a little bit earlier. I sent a couple masks out to a few different people. If you're in the Discord server, message me. I will give you a discount code. Don't pay the prices are. I try to keep them as low as possible. But if you're in my Discord, message me. I'll give you an additional discount code. So if you guys are interested in any of the merch I have going on the merch store, let me know. I'm trying to design and add things as often as I possibly can. Um, but if you are interested in something, let me know and I'll give you a discount code. If you are interested in supporting the channel a little bit further, there's always Patreon as well. There's 3 different tiers for Patreon: $3, $10, and $25. That all comes with free merch when you sign up for Patreon as well, that you guys get to pick out and I send to you via your sign up through Patreon. So if you want to support the channel that way, you can, or the merch store, whatever you guys like. Claus, hit me up on Discord and I'll give you a discount code so you don't have to pay full price. I want to take care of the guys that support me on the Discord server that have transitioned over to Discord and have been active. I want to take care of you guys, so let me know. Yeah, don't purchase anything yet. I mean, if you want to purchase it full price, I appreciate you, but give me a shout on Discord and I'll send you a discount code as well. Roman, thanks so much for the support. I hope the shirts fit. I'd love to be able to allow you guys to purchase or people to purchase my merch with Dogecoin. Unfortunately, the service that I use doesn't have cryptocurrency implementation active on it. It is what it is. Hopefully, as the channel develops and the merch develops, I'll be able to set up a customized store that accepts cryptocurrency. Right now, everything is pretty much print on demand for me. So I have some stuff in stock for giveaways, but everything that goes through Side Hustle Enterprise is all print on demand. So I don't have access or the availability to allow you guys to purchase with crypto yet. It's in the works. It's something that I've always wanted to do, but it's in the works. It's coming. Speaking of merch, I haven't even checked on my NFTs. Copy and paste from the wallet pool. I mean, if that's something you guys want to do, if there's something on the merch store, and this is exclusively for Discord members only, if there's something on the merch store that you like, let me know. Pay for it via Discord through cryptocurrency, and I'll send it out and I'll send it to you that way. We can do it that way if you'd like, and that's exclusively for Discord members. If there's something you like and you want to pay cryptocurrency, we can work something out that way, and we'll send you the merch. Uh-oh. Huh. Very strange. I can't get in. Oh well, we'll check it out another time. Yeah, I'm down for that. If that's something you guys want to do, if you want to purchase something from the merch store via cryptocurrency through Discord, we can set that up. That shouldn't be too difficult to do. Getting closer and closer to that closing bell. Getting to extended hours for AMC. Yeah, AMC is up 5.4% today. Yeah, if anybody is trading on margin, just be very careful if you're holding AMC. Uh, Lots of people are reporting that they're getting margin called, even though they are positive in their accounts moving forward with AMC, because those shares are synthetic. So they reserve the right to margin call you at any time. It's in the fine print on Robinhood and another number of other exchanges. So if you are trading on margin and you can afford to get away from margin, I would do so as soon as possible. Appreciate you, Ronald. If you want to donate, I not going to ask for any handouts, but if you want to, there's always uh, the donation tab over on Discord. If you want to slide over there, cryptocurrency donations are always accepted, and that always goes back to the channel. Something I've always tried to do. So, in case you guys aren't aware of it, if you're new to the Discord server and if you weren't in time for the first lottery that we have, the donation tabs that I have set up aren't necessarily for me, they're for the community and doing more giveaways. So if you want to contribute and you want to donate to the Discord servers, whether it be Patreon or through the donation channel, everything goes back to you guys, whether we do lotteries, we do giveaways, and so on. So that's the kind of the overall theme behind those if you want to contribute. Yeah, Roman AMC is definitely looking nice. I'm hoping that once we see that closing bell, that we're going to see some major price action for AMC. Look at the inflow. Look at the percent. Look at that, 96.2. Major volume of inflow. This is in millions. Again, guys, if you're holding AMC, we as the retail investors, the ones that have control over it, that are holding actual physical AMC shares, not option calls, actually holding AMC positions, the more we stick together, the higher we can drive that price. It really comes down to what price we're willing to sell at. Again, I'm dollar cost averaging. I'm going to start taking profit around $1,200 or so, hoping that it goes up to 10K. Some people are shooting for even higher. I don't think Robinhood's going to let me get to that point, so that's why I'm shooting for the 12K. Shooting for the 1,200. Sorry, not the 12K. The $1,200 price line. Your price limit is kind of where I'm at, because I have a sneaky suspicion Robinhood is going to restrict my trading once we get up to those, higher digits valuation for AMC. I'll try to hold on to my Webull shares as long as I possibly can. Hopefully they won't restrict me, but I think we're definitely going to see some major manipulation once the squeeze starts. So just be prepared. I will be recording. I will do my best to record everything live as the squeeze happens and as we start seeing those larger numbers, just for documentation that we are being manipulated, that my Robinhood account was restricted. It's been an ongoing battle between me and Robinhood for my account. So hopefully we'll get some better results if I start recording everything. Hey man, gotta start, Robin. You gotta start someplace, whether it be mining, whether it just be, there's tons and tons of apps and services out there to help you start investing small and grow it fast. This investment strategy that I'm running with right now is very risky, high risk, high reward. As my asset class grows, I will be transitioning to a more stable investment strategy, whether it be long-term holding or dividend investing. That's more or less the goal that I'm shooting for. Once I get to those higher limits, I want to transition to a more stable and lower risk investment strategy. Right now, I'm focusing on day trading, I'm focusing on option trading, I'm focusing on cryptocurrency, all high risk but super high reward if you can get in and out at the right times. It's all about the risk and reward that you're able to tolerate. And, emotions are a big player when it comes to investing. It's just about being able to control them. So Steamy says there's a new game. Should check out the new game Hood. We'll definitely check it out. Retire and Belize, huh? That's the goal, Ronald. Safe mode, and that's what it's all about. I mean, it's following those loopholes, finding what works best for you, whether it be investing to an LLC like I am, and YouTube and whatever else, and transitioning. So my overall goal is to hit $1 million, $1 million plus, and to invest, say, 1.1, 1.2 million. If I can get to that limit, if I can get to that mark, into high yield dividend, invest in ETFs and so on. The numbers that I've done in terms of the companies that I follow when it comes to dividend investing, I can make a whole nother video on this if this is something you guys are interested in. My bottom line number, if I was able to take $600,000 roughly and invest it in selected dividend yielding companies, your average monthly return based upon my calculations would be right around $5,000 a month. And that's enough to live off of for, a growing family like mine. That's my overall goal, is to get to that point where I can invest enough money in dividend yielding companies to live off it on a monthly basis and collect a monthly dividend check. And it's all about doing the research, doing the legwork, and I've done a lot of it. So that's more or less the road that I'm shooting for. It's not what I'm doing right now. I like trading. I like the day trading. But I want something that can be a stable monthly check as well for my family, so I don't have to go back to work, or I can focus on doing my own projects. The house that I'm in right now doesn't allow me to have a shop. I would love to have a shop again. I'd love to have a fabrication shop and make videos on fabricating. I mean, I've built everything from structural steel buildings and bridges to top fuel Harley Davidson drag bikes. I've built things in the aerospace industry. If it's made out of metal, and I've done it. It's I've been in the trade for 20 plus years. I love metal fabrication. I love welding. I just don't have the access to having my own shop anymore. If I could create a stable income for my family where it didn't rely on me welding and I could do it as fun, I'd like to make videos about that as well. So it's all about, baby steps, growing to that level, and I want to take you guys along for that journey. Happy for you, Ronald. I mean, it's all a journey for many people. It's just the amount of time and effort you're willing to put into it. I'm glad that you're looking for that cushion and you're already taken care of. It's power to you, man. More cushion is better. Roman said it perfectly. We don't know what the economy is going to do moving forward. We don't know what's going to happen. Um, Something can change tomorrow. You never know. You always want to have that cushion. I'm getting a bicycle, never working on another car. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. Um, I stepped away from welding. I stepped away from working that kind of lifestyle. I can understand working on cars every single day, being a mechanic, and just stepping away from it. I'd like to do it as a hobby though. I'd like to work on the things that I want to work on. Um, that's how I got into racing. It was somebody approached me, he became a good close friend of mine, and I started building top fuel Harley chassis for him. And it was more of a hobby. He didn't really pay me. I was just part of an experience, part of a team. I want to get back into that kind of stuff. I want to do and build things that interest me, not interest other people. You know what I'm saying? I want to build things for me. I want to build, whether it be jet boats or be building more bikes, whatever it may be. I want to do it for me. All right, guys. I think I've rambled on long enough. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Again, we do this every Wednesday. Encourage you guys to stop on in if you are interested in talking with me live. I'm always available on Discord. If you want to join in on the live streams and participate, you can do so via chat or on Discord live chat. Um, I got to get some food. I got an appointment to get to look at a house and some property. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'll let you know how everything turns out. I appreciate all the support. Appreciate the fact that we have pushed the channel to that monetized level of 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully we'll keep growing as time goes on, and I'll be able to bring you guys more and more exciting and interesting content. And, appreciate you. I can't thank you guys enough for being so supportive. And I'll catch you on Discord, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks so much, guys.